It's that time of year again at the Ector County Coliseum in Odessa, Texas. Heart of oil country. Pbios 2025 is here, and we're in the podcast studio. Pbios Live, brought to you by TD Williamson. Call them up for all your oil field needs. It is a great time here at the oil show. We're kicking it off with a bang. We have some great folks with us. But first, if you don't know who I am, my name's Keith Stelter, trying to bring a little positive PR to the oil and gas industry, one interview at a time, one subject matter expert at a time. I am so thankful to my employer, Maze Environmental, for giving me the time to come out here and help all these folks. If they didn't give me a little bit of leeway, I don't think I'd even get the chance to come out, because it is busy out there right now. And the men beside me, I'll get them to do their own introduction so I don't flub it all up. Go ahead. Let's start with you, Matt. Tell everybody who you are and what we're doing here.
I don't want to start with me. I got a really cool guest next to me. Everybody knows me. Introduce yourself.
It's great to be with you guys. I'm August Pfluger. I'm the congressman that gets the honor of representing Midland and Odessa, the Permian Basin, and just an incredible district to represent up in Washington,
Yes, it is.
D.C.
West Texas is amazing. I've always said it.
How many people do you think you're over right now?
I get to represent about 750,000, but you've got
50,000,
300 to 350,000 that are here in Midland and Ector County.
How many people came out to vote?
Shockingly, it's a low number. It's less than 200,000 people.
What drives engagement to get them out to vote? I mean, what have you noticed in numbers like, hey, I need your support. I support you. I support our industry. I can't do that without you engaging.
I'll tell you one thing that gets people out is Joe Biden trying to kill the oil and gas industry. Now that will drive turnout, and we saw that for 4 years. So that got people's attention. Very, very clear.
I don't even think he was out to just kill oil and gas. It felt like it was, for us, knowing what we know in our industry, that is killing human flourishing. That is killing your ability to produce energy for your society, hands down.
You're right. More people around this earth have access to affordable, reliable energy because of what happened here in the United States, and specifically in my district, in the Permian Basin.
Yeah, you are over the hotbed for innovation and science and technology and data. And so much of our world is blessed by everything that comes out of, this area.
The men and women that are at the oil show here in Odessa this week are the ones that innovated, that have made it more efficient, have delivered energy to more people, have given our country a tool, a national security tool to use. And it blows my mind to think that we had a president who wanted to not use that, for the best purposes. But thankfully we have a president now who does want to use it, who understands how powerful it is.
Well, I think a lot of it is because of the PR that gets, we're worried about the CO2 and stuff. And I'll be honest, I think even our own industry, we don't know what the CO2 number is. And it's shockingly low. Like most people, you go in a room and they'd be like, oh, it's so high. Like we're in a danger zone, and be like, well, do you actually know what the number is? And they'll be like, no. And I'm like, it's 0.04%. It's not even a top 3 gas. And I'll be like, I don't think that's the problem. I'm not going to say climate change isn't real. Maybe it, but I don't think the 0.04% gas is the one driving the mix here, especially when cheap energy has helped bring so many people out of poverty for generations and continues to do so.
Well, and look at this area specifically, and the rest of the United States is also a case study, but I know this area, so I'll talk to the stats. In 2010, we were producing less than 1 million barrels a day in the Permian Basin. Today, in 2025, we're over 6 million barrels a day. And at the very same time, not CO2, but I'm talking about other emissions that we do watch, like methane and things like that, have come down over 30%. We've increased from 1 million to 6 million barrels, and total emissions have come down. So The radical left side that just, really doesn't understand that they use the oil and gas industry and byproducts every day needs to get on board with the flourishing that we have allowed the rest of the world to enjoy.
So something I'm very interested in is, micro or regional or location based usage of our products. So how much of our 5 million barrels are leaving this state versus can we now with the, so, hey, that was the past. Let's chug along. You've got access now to a president that wants to do everything right. Energy secretary, you've got, hey, I've got the dream team right now that we haven't had in a long time. What do you want to do with it? Do you want to make sure that we build refineries right here? We keep our data centers right here. I mean, we use as much possible product right here and then make that product where it's sellable from right here out of the Permian.
I love that. Yes to all those things, because we produce associated gas here.
Yeah.
And
great for data centers.
It's great for data centers, but we need takeaway capacity. We need the infrastructure. We need the pipelines. We need, the natural gas power plants to be built.
Turbines
here.
are being built. You cannot
and
build turbines fast enough.
It's very difficult right now. Yeah. And so those supply chains need to catch up. But another thing the Biden administration tried to do, because they knew if they hurt us on time and they restricted permits and they made it difficult to build things, which they did, then they could slow things down. And that was their goal. President Trump is a builder. He wants to build things. He wants to see it go fast. So a lot of the product, crude oil especially, does go to the Gulf Coast and go, to some of these other terminals. But as far as natural gas is concerned, it'd be great to use as much as we can here. And then let's ship it to our allies. If we're not going to use it, let's ship it to our allies and let them benefit off
all
of
the
it.
freedom-loving countries in the world having
Let's
our
use
LNG.
it here and drive down electricity prices. Let's open up
That's exactly
some
right.
sort of power plant that utilizes that, because power has come up for a lot of people. And let's be honest, a lot of people are struggling now. Prices have come up over the last administration. They could use the break, and a few people around here could use the jobs. Oil is pretty low right now. What is the solution? I know the president wants lower oil prices for lower gasoline. Where's the happy medium? Can we refine more to keep gasoline cheaper and get the prices up for more demand? Is
Build
that
more
the
refineries right
solution?
here.
What is it? How do we get back to the nice $75 oil?
Well, I mean, that band is, as Billy Bob Thornton so eloquently says, between 65 and 85. That's right. That's where we want it. You get sub $3 gasoline at the pump, grocery prices come down, and yet we still produce. Innovation can happen, technology can improve, oil and gas companies will still drill. And with the shale revolution, you have to drill just to stay flat. You have to keep drilling. So, but I think on electricity prices, you hit something really important there. This is what we're seeing. The spike in prices right now is a result of slowing things down and picking unreliable sources of energy, which they did. They picked wind and solar and these other sources. We need natural gas.
We need everything.
We need nuclear, but they've slowed all those down. And let's get the reliable sources.
I'm an oil and gas guy, but I'm not against the other forms of electricity. The population's growing. We need more energy, not less of it. Bring it on if it's economical for your windmills and solar panels, but we have gas that guys just literally flare or vent every day that should be turned into either more oil or more electricity. And that's just the end. We shouldn't be wasting that precious commodity.
Congressman like you give me some hope, because I've met a lot of elected public servants. Energy might be the last thing on their mind, just because it's not something familiar with them, and they're not educated about it either. So it's really nice to see someone out there like, it's my main focus, because it is the foundation of everything else I want to do. So to be educated in what we do is critical for anybody that wants to go and make positive changes for their communities.
Since I have been in Washington almost 5 to 6 years now, I made it my goal to bring as many congressmen and women to the Permian Basin to educate them on exactly what you said, which is this is the foundation of our economy. We don't have a military without the energy sector. We don't have businesses and a strong economy without the energy sector. And if it's not affordable and reliable, then we're not going to compete worldwide. And I'm proud to say that in the last 5 years, I've done that and educated a lot of people, and they love what we do. Now they know a little bit more about it. They can speak a little bit of the verbiage, and they know what a completion is, and they know the term fracking, logically innovative it is and advanced it is. And it's really neat to see, but you're right. This is the foundation for everything we do.
As well as water. Like one thing that we kind of forget every day is how much water is produced here. Now, we generally pump it back in the ground, but droughts and aquifers are getting, to be a problem in other parts of the United States. You find an economical way to treat the water here. This now isn't just an energy industry. It is a life-giving industry of growing crops and a million other different things. Water's essential for everybody.
Yeah, the produced water that we have in the Permian Basin, to be able to have technology to desalinate it and use it in a different way.
We already have it. We are the solution industry. And I personally know friends of mine with 4 tractor trailers. They can pull up on a pad, and it is more economical to let them clean the water. They can clean it to better than drinking water. They have to dial it back. It's probably now with today's prices, it might be like $1.5 million, $2 million setup, to flesh it all out. 4 tractor trailer pad, and they can clean a football stadium worth of water every single day. So the worst brine in the world, brack, that color, boom, it's clean. So that we already have the technology. We just have to have the investment and capital to
being able
do it.
To invest in it and scale it and deploy it and use it. Yeah, this is the most innovative group of people in the world. They're sitting right here in Ector County today.
I'm waiting for the day they get to start irrigating the landscape here, and we can take a satellite photo of this area. And everyone always, the big complaint about West Texas is brown. It's dusty. It's dirty.
We could turn this place into tropics.
5 years later, it's all green. I have a good friend, Hani Khalifa, works for Aramco over the Middle East, and they're treating and then pumping water directly into the desert over there. They have been for the last 2 years. They've turned an area that was completely desolate into now just an oasis. And it's that's my hope here, is we get to set that example here. Like we got energy, we got water, we got gas, we can make electricity. Just give us the support. Come on down to shows like the Permian Basin International Oil Show.
Come engage with your civic leaders and your people out there.
Ask the questions. If you're curious and you think, the end times are here because we're burning too much oil and gas,
you're so wrong.
You're just not looking up the numbers.
What else can we do for you?
Guys, thank you for what you do. Thanks for getting this message out. These are great, patriotic people that are here doing this, the work that produces energy, even if they've been demonized by a previous administration.
It's just education. That's all we got to do.
We
need better PR people. I said it once, maybe I'm biting off more than I can chew, but 10 years ago, a man having a baby was a laughable thought. And now you have people that they would die on that hill. We need the man.
Get out of here.
The man could have a baby PR people for the oil and gas industry.
So. All right. How do you want your constituents to get a hold of you, and we'll get you out of here? You got other places to be.
Well, we've got offices in Midland and Odessa. Okay. Go to fluger.house.gov for any help. We are open.
Yeah.
Despite Democrats voting to shut down the government, we are still open and we are still helping constituents. So if you need something, we are a phone call away. Again, an office in Odessa and Midland.
Stay in touch. You take care. Thank you for what you do.
PBIOS Live brought to you by TD Williamson. Come on down to the Ector County Coliseum in Odessa, Texas. Next 3 days, check out everything we got to offer. Till next time.